Today's episode is a story of two Johns and a Jonah. Jon Moxley emphatically beats CM Punk for the AEW World Championship. Johnny Gargano makes his return to WWE, and Jonah could make a possible return to WWE. We're going to get into all of these tweets and more. This is Tweets of the Week. What's up, people? It's your boy Mex, the WrestleManiac, if you will. Back with another episode of Tweets of the Week, the show where we jump into the Twitterverse and see what the people of the internet wrestling community have been saying about this week in wrestling. And we have a real mixed bag this week, and we're going to get into it very, very soon. But before we do, you guys know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and subscribe to WRESTHINGS. Make sure you do that and hit the notification bell as well, so you know every time we upload. And you're going to enjoy this episode, so you might as well hit the like button right now. Cool. Enough of the formalities. Let's get into today's show. Right, guys, we're not wasting any time. We're jumping straight in with the controversy. And this tweet is from @TheSuperCenaFan. And they have to say, CM Punk versus Jon Moxley is easily the most disappointing match of the year. Controversy, just like I said. Now, disappointing, very, very harsh to use. What were you expecting? They moved this match allegedly from the pay-per-view to a couple weeks before the pay-per-view. So you should have known, Mr. Super Cena fan, that something was up. So when Jon Moxley absolutely squashed CM Punk, I was rejoicing. For those that have seen my Instagram, I was really rejoicing. But what were you expecting from these guys anyway? A 30-minute, 60-minute slobber knocker? A technical excellence match? Like, I don't understand what you wanted. This match was probably exactly what was needed at this time, and you'll be a fool to think that this is the end of it. We still have another week of TV before we get to the all-out pay-per-view, where these guys are rumored to actually be going up against each other again for the championship. So just let it play out. I thought this was really, really good. I want to hear from you guys as well. What did you think of Jon Moxley versus CM Punk for the AEW World Championship on Dynamite this week? Let's get into the next tweet. The next tweet is from WWE analyst that works for Fox News, Ryan Satin. And Ryan Satin says, you know what match is going to rule when it happens? Johnny Gargano versus Seth Rollins. No lies told there, Johnny Gargano versus Seth Rollins is going to bang. But let's talk about Johnny Gargano and this return. A bit of an understated return, a bit of an out of nowhere return, agreed. But it's good to see him back. Like, everyone was saying AEW's overcrowded, don't go there. Apparently AEW never really made the move to go and get him, although I'm sure they could have come to an agreement if Johnny really wanted to go there. He's bid his time, he walked away from NXT, he's had his child. Vince McMahon is no longer in charge. Triple H is in charge, who, you know, gave him everything in NXT. And of course, he's answered the call and he's come back to WWE. So really good to see Johnny Gargano back. Are we going to see Candice LeRae as well, his wife? That would be really, really good. But like this guy said, Ryan Satin, Seth Rollins, that is going to be a big, big match. What other dream matches do you want to see Johnny Gargano in? Let us know down below. Next tweet that we have today is from @TheDisciple. Very interesting name, but let's get to the tweet. Streets are saying Eddie Kingston folded Sammy. That's my dog for real. I can't lie, in the last week, Sammy Guevara has become a bit of a laughing stock following these reports that Eddie Kingston and Sammy Guevara got into a backstage brawl. Some have said it's a brawl. Some have said that Eddie Kingston swung for Sammy Guevara. Eddie Kingston has alluded to himself in a tweet that he actually hit Sammy Guevara. I should never touch a man's face is what Eddie Kingston said in one of his tweets this past week. So yeah, it's out there that these guys have not really got on. Apparently it's due to some fat shaming done by Sammy Guevara, which is never really cool. We don't really get into body shaming in wrestling, and when it gets, you know, a bit beyond where it needs to be when you're trying to sell a match, then of course Eddie Kingston's gonna react. And of course Eddie Kingston doesn't know that wrestling's not real, so you definitely can't push his buttons in that way. Sammy Guevara, like I said, he's becoming a bit of a laughing stock. People are getting a bit cold on Sammy Guevara, and this is just another kind of example of, you know, Eddie Kingston and how beloved he is, because even in Sammy Guevara's, you know, in this time where he could do with a bit of support, everyone's taking the side of Eddie Kingston's. So yeah, maybe put down below as well in the comments what your thoughts are on this situation between Eddie Kingston and Sammy Guevara. Right, we got a couple more tweets left for you, but I know there is some of you out there watching this video, loving this video, and you haven't hit the like button. What is wrong with you people? Smash that like button, do it now. And if you're new here as well, subscribe to WRESTHINGS. I don't know how many times I need to tell you, hit the subscribe button too. Let's get into our last few tweets. Our next tweet is from @lay_synth, and they have to say, man, I don't know if I want Jonah to go to the WWE or stay in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm so conflicted. You know what, Lay_synth, this is exactly how I have felt as well ever since these reports came out earlier this week. The reports are that WWE want to go and get Jonah, formerly Bronson Reed, in WWE and bring him back to WWE. He's been doing some great work since he's got himself over on the indies. He was in Impact for a bit. The real work has really started catching people's eyes since he's been in New Japan, I would say. He had a great match against Okada in the G1, which probably raised a lot of eyebrows and has probably contributed towards the WWE wanting to bring him back. The only thing is, where will he fit in the sphere of WWE? Triple H 100% will look after him. Triple H looked after him in NXT. I just think at the time when he was Bronson Reed in NXT, it was a time when there was a lot of big characters in NXT. So he eventually got his shine and became North American champion, but it did take a while for him to get over and people really, you know, buying into him and stuff like that. And, you know, he got messed around, told he was going to get brought up, didn't get brought up, got released. And he's doing some great things now. So I think an extended run right now where he is, New Japan, could be really, really good. And then maybe one day he makes his WWE return. I would say that he shouldn't be in any rush to get back to WWE. It'll be a great place for him eventually, but have fun on the indies like he is doing right now. Last tweet this week is from Pro Wrestling Finesse @ProWFinesse. And they have to say, Bianca Belair has signed with WME. She is on the path to becoming a megastar. Listen, I didn't need this confirmation of her working with WME to know she's becoming a megastar, but Pro Wrestling Finesse is bang on. This is a massive talent agency, marketing agency based in Hollywood. They have some massive names on their books. I'm sure the likes of Denzel Washington, Alicia Keys. Recently, John Cena signed for WME. They said they're going to look after her, all her representation. They're going to start setting up things like businesses, podcasting, acting opportunities. This is absolutely massive news for the EST of WWE. But a lot of us saw this from a long time ago. She has definitely got that star quality, charisma in spades. She is so lovable. I can't wait to see where this kind of materializes and takes her to. Big up Bianca Belair every single time. So guys, there you have it. That is this week's tweets of the week. Some really good ones in there and some controversy. You know how we like to mix it up. But is there anything that we missed this week? Hit us up on the Twitter machine itself @WRESTHINGS. Shoot us a DM or just at us in some really good tweets that you have seen this week. Like I said before, hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video and subscribe to WRESTHINGS and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we drop a new video. We'll be back with a new episode of Tweets of the Week next weekend. Hope you guys enjoy your week. We'll see you soon.